Hey, folks. It's Noah here from the Flaming Talk podcast. This is not an episode necessarily, as I'm doing this solo by myself without Connor tonight, as he's off having a little workout and then playing some beer hockey. So here I am trying to break down some news here for you folks. But anyway, let's get into it. So the Flames obviously lost in a shootout to the Toronto Maple Leafs, but no one's talking about the game after this, aren't they? So we got a major bombshell from Kevin Weekes of ESPN, who reported that defenseman Nikita Zadorov, through his agent Dan Milstein, has requested a trade out of Calgary, which is, kind of shocking, but I'll get into that in a second. But then Pierre LeBrun comes in with a tweet saying that sources close to the situation have also confirmed that this is the case. But let's also point out, too, that the Flames have not officially confirmed that a trade request has been thrown to their table. But I just got to say, for a guy who had publicly said that he would love to be a Flame for life and that he wanted to stay in Calgary long term to keep his family here, it's quite bizarre. And it just makes me wonder, what's really going on in the locker room. Because you also got to go back to about one, I don't know if it was last week or a week and a half ago, when they're in the midst of all the madness and everything else. He didn't name names, but he basically called out the culture and basically called out certain players who weren't performing well. He didn't say names, but we basically knew who he was talking about. But hey, listen, if you're the Flames at this point, if you have a trade request, man, my biggest thing is now you got to sell as high as possible in Nikita Zadorov. But that doesn't stop there. We also got this tweet coming in from Vancouver's Irfan Ghaffar, who said that the Canucks will be in the mix for Nikita Zadorov, but he also points out that he's not the only Flame that's thinking of a change of scenery. I need to know who that is. First of all, I need to know who that player is. But number two, it seems as if the Flames are considering putting up the for sale sign now, and woo, we're open for business. Yes. I obviously it's not official till it's official, but the point is that it's been thought about in the organization for a couple of weeks now, obviously, and there's no doubt that Murray must be given the green light now at this juncture to do business, because despite winning 2 games in a row, it didn't really move the needle, because it shouldn't stop the team from trying to do business or from trying to sell off your pending UFAs. And here's the first domino to fall: Nikita Zadorov. And I gotta be honest, though, I did not expect Nikita Zadorov to be the guy to say, "Hey, I want out. Hey, I want out." I would have expected that guy to be Elias Lindholm. I'm not gonna lie. Or Noah Hannafin to an extent as well, who had already requested the trade out of Calgary back in the spring, but then basically doubled down, and now basically contract talks are off again with him. So I'm definitely surprised that Zadorov is the first domino to fall from the UFAs. And despite him not having the best of starts of the season, I wouldn't have had a problem bringing him back. Obviously the right price, but I wouldn't have had a problem bringing him back. But here you are now. This is Conroy's first big test as a GM. Let's see how he handles this. It's going to be really interesting. But figured I'd come on here and quickly do a quick short of breaking news as Nikita Zadorov has requested a trade out of Calgary. We'll see what the Flames' response to this is, and we'll also see how they handle it in the coming days. And me and Connor are also going to be talking more about this on the Flaming Talk podcast, episode number 10, and we hope you can tune in then.